and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The always busy and popular East 4th Street here in Cleveland, our setting today is just at the end of that block. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at Utah, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Detroit, they were obviously hoping to start out better. Still, too soon to panic. But lately they've had very little luck and seem to be trending in the wrong direction.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jackson and Snell run the wings. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Rose in at the point guard. And for the Cavaliers, Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Exum is out there with Garland. And it's Thompson in at center. And it's the Pistons to start out. Now Rose. About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
Wow. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Andre Drummond.
You know, just looking back at things, I'd be hard-pressed to find a more complete stretch of games by anyone in the league. He was getting it done and stuffing the stat sheet night in and night out on both ends of the floor. Truly a dominant run.
Now here's Jackson. 17 points in his last outing. Rose in the post. Good D by Thompson.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Here's Osman. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
All right, he's got to quit while he's ahead. He got away with it there, but the crossover usually gets him into a bit of trouble.
And here's Rose. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio. Griffin kicks to Rose. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Nance slams it in.
Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
Now here's Rose. Not a lot of room. Here's Drummond. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Drummond. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart. And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Detroit shooting their third free throw shot of the game. That's good from Snell. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Exum deciding where to go with it. The feed to Nance. Lays it up off the glass. Nance has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Now here's Rose. Tight defense on him. Pulls up. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Garland with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
It's stolen by Nance. And here we go. Cavaliers running again. Osman, the pass to Exum, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Outside Rose, passes it to Jackson. Griffin down low, working on Nance, and it goes down 2 points.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. To the inside, Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Rose kicks to Snell. Back to Rose. Pass to Griffin. Over Nance. Griffin can't get it to go in. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Milwaukee. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 8.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And they'll be seeing each other 4 times this year. This is the first meeting, looking for a good start in the series.
I think each team obviously will be looking to dictate the tempo and set the tone early.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Now here's Garland. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. Here's Nance. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
A different look here for Detroit. Markieff Morris comes in for Andre Drummond, and it's Kennard in for Derrick Rose. That free throw good from Nance.
You know, even though Larry Nance doesn't handle it on every possession, you can expect him to be a factor on the defensive end and on the glass.
Now here's Jackson. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Nance passes to Osman. Garland dishes to Thompson. From the high post.
Well, isn't this what coaches love to see? Morris getting after it defensively, challenging shots everywhere.
Kennard. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Osman kicks to Exum. Nance passes to Garland. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Garland's got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Jackson passes to Griffin. Back to Jackson. There's the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Griffin can't get it to go in.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Cleveland shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love's checked in for Osman. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Exum. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Then for the Pistons, Christian Woods checked in for Griffin. Dumboya comes in for Tony Snell. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jackson. And here are the Cavaliers now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Nance. Kicks to Sexton. Morris against Thompson. Launches a three. Detroit with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
But Greg, I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The three ball too critical in today's NBA.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Nance dishes to Dellavedova. Back to Nance with the fadeaway. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Nance has got 16 points.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Here's Galloway, defended by Sexton. Dumboya with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here is Dellavedova. Thompson, high post. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
The pass to Dumboya. On the wing, Morris. Over Thompson. Right block shot. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. A second chance effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Love so crafty near the rim, getting his man to get physical with him. Just a master of drawing contact.
And Mr. Reliable, Kevin Love, is a nightly double-double in this league.
That's right, Kevin, and it's because he reads the ball incredibly well. He knows where it's coming off the rim. And then on the offensive end, such a versatile scoring threat, right? He can get his points inside, he can go outside, you name it, Kevin Love's got it.
Ante Zizic is checked in for Cleveland. John Henson comes in for Larry Nance.
See, I think you have to respect the versatility of Kevin Love, guys. This guy can shoot it from anywhere. He rebounds at a high level. Everything you'd want in a big man in today's NBA, Kevin Love provides.
Wood can't hit. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have a 19-point lead. Dishes it to Henson. 1:51 left here in the first quarter. Back to Sexton. And Henson kicks to Love. Drains the three-pointer. Love's got 5 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Morris right side. They need this. And Henson pulls it down.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
The Cavaliers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And he sinks the second. 1:19 left in the first quarter. Galloway taking his time here. He kicks it to Doumbouya. Morris outside. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 23, and so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The 5th pick back in 2008 out of UCLA, Doris, Kevin Love, giving back to his alma mater.
That's right. He matched Russell Westbrook for the largest ever donation by a former student athlete. Named in his honor now, the Kevin Love Strength and Conditioning Center is helping others pursue their dreams. How cool is that?
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Sexton. Here's Zizic, and it's sent back by Morris.
Well, the tools, the instincts to do this on a more regular basis are certainly there for Markieff Morris. He gets every bit of that one.
Love finds Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, and that's just smart basketball. Galloway has got a solid build, so why not seek out the contact and get yourself to the free throw line? That's perfect.
The Pistons shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First one falls for him.
You know, it's amazing. Galloway completely unheralded before catching on with the Knicks. This is the guy who was the first ever call-up from their D-League affiliate, and he's showing he belongs.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Cavaliers leading by 21. Here's Dellavedova. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Here's Zizic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Love, no luck. Here's Kennard. Here's Wood. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Andre Drummond says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Zizic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Sexton after the basket by Detroit. And the shot goes down. And it's 8 points for Kevin Love.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Now, here's Doumbouya. No points in the game yet for him. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Okay, the initiative from the young bull, Colin Sexton, as some like to call him. How about that drive?
There's Galloway following the basket by Colin Sexton. Galloway, the pass to Kennard. Back to Galloway. A three-pointer is right on target.
Now, this is just carryover from the excellent three-point marksmanship he showed at St. Joseph's. Galloway showing he can stretch it out to NBA range.
Here's Zizic. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. He dishes it to Sexton. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
For Detroit, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. For the Cavaliers, Dante Exum comes in for Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Garland in for Colin Sexton. Griffin's checked in for the Pistons. Reggie Jackson comes in for Langston Galloway. And that one misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pistons trail by 18. A steal. Now Exum taking a look at his numbers. He averages about 7 points a game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Boy, how terrific is Dante Exum getting into the paint, forces the defense to foul him there, Kev.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Pistons. Good on both. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Stolen by Henson.
And that's a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
And that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul, still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
Here's Henson. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Pistons trail by 19. Right side Jackson. Inside. Fader on the way. That shot by Griffin, no good. And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league.
The putback, not going to go that time. And Cleveland the other way now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. There's Garland. Rose with some nice D.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Jackson misses.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Osman. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists now in this one.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Now here's Rose. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Jackson. He doesn't hit that one, so Cleveland will take it the other way.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
The Cavaliers leading by 20. Osman kicks to Exum.
Who's watching it?
Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. There's Garland. A three-pointer off the mark.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Here's Snell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. And the first one drops. A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. And it's Nance in for Henson. And a switcher also for Detroit. Morris is checked in for Reggie Jackson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Cleveland leading by 18. Thompson outside, out to the wing. Lobbed up there for Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
You could see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
And here's Rose. Morris outside. To the wing right side. Here's Drummond, and Thompson sends it back.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
Tries again. The shot that time not on target. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Rose. He scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Now, here's Garland. He has 5. Cleveland moving the ball around. Nance dishes to Garland. Just 4 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Rose passes to Snell. Back to Rose. Garland with the rebound.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Really good anticipation by Dante Exum. He feels the defense laying off, and he sticks it.
And here's Rose after Dante Exum hitting the 3.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice. Boy, don't you love how Derrick Rose resurrected his career last season. What a surprise and a bright spot for the T-Wolves. He looked like a completely rejuvenated player.
Kennard, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Rose, no good on that one. And for Rose, he looked refreshed and changed in how he approached his game.
You know what, Kevin? I think he is just a much more patient and smart basketball player. His 3-ball was so improved, and the shot selection was terrific. Turnovers were down, just improvement across the board.
And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. 19-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
Now Rose. Larry Nance missing from long range. Rose passes to Morris. To the middle. Here's Griffin. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Garland the pass to Thompson. They get a hand on it. Exum with it. The shot from the low post is good. Exum's got 7 points for the quarter. Here is Rose. He's got 8. Pass to Kennard. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Griffin. T right on him. No dice from the high post.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Pistons trail by 19. Rose attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got 10 points in the game.
And that is one of Derrick Rose's signature moves. May not be as fast as he once was, but boy, that explosive first step remains.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Dante Exum, and it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. And then for Detroit, Doumbouya comes in for Blake Griffin, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose.
Guys, how about the aggressiveness from Nance Jr.? Boy, he's really rolling on the offensive end.
Pistons trail by 19. And 1:01 left here in the second. Pass to Morris, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Cleveland leading by 19 points. Dellavedova finds Love. Here's Sexton. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
For a sliver of room. That's all he needed to get to the bucket. Nice aggressive move, slipping and sliding his way through.
Cavaliers shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Dellavedova is scanning the floor. Down low. Love the pass to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
You have to do more than that against Larry Nance Jr. This guy is no stranger to physical contact.
Pistons trailed by 19. Here's Galloway. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Kennard. The 3. That shot no good. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. And now back to the other Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
How about this? A major upset brewing. Welcome to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about Cleveland as the game got going. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. The second quarter didn't advance their lead, but they still dominated the half overall, ending it way, way out in front. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, first of all, As cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Larry Nance has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the floor for Detroit, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose and Jackson to the backcourt, and it's Drummond in at the center filling out the middle. 2 on the clock. Exum's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Here's Rose. The Cavaliers pull it in. Nance has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the paint. Here's Garland. Rebounded by Snell. Snell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rose attacking. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Rose has got 12.
You can see the athleticism and toughness. Rose becoming exponentially more dangerous the closer he gets to the rim.
Here's Garland. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. The slam dunk by Garland.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
So it's the Pistons now, following the score by Cleveland. Stolen by Exum. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. Here's Osman. Off target from outside.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
That's good from Blake Griffin. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Rose passes to Griffin. And he elevates for the slam. Thompson did not like that.
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
Here's Garland after the basket by Detroit. Now Exum, 9 points in the game so far. Chalk up 2 there. Exum's got 11.
Dante Exum, outstanding, absorbing the contact, just bullies his way with the defense.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Jackson. Back to Rose. Just 5 on the clock. The dish to Snell. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Look at Griffin. He'll be a starter if things stay the way they are now. He's sitting at the 4th position in the Eastern Conference voting.
And I hope they do stay that way. He's been so good this season. It really would be a shame if he missed out on a spot in the starting 5 for the East.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Snell, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. John Henson comes in for Nance. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Woods checked in.
What's up?
That's good from Snell. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Osman. He's got 7, and he's good on the 3-ball. Osman's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, after netting 1 in the first half, that's the 2nd deep ball to go down for this guy.
There's the pass to Jackson. From 13, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it's Osman missing.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Snell, the pass to Griffin. Fires it up, and Henson sends it back. Garland with it, working on Rose. Garland, no good. Pistons trail by 17. It's Jackson with the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Garland kicks to Zizic. Here's Osman. 10 points for him. 11 feet away. It's deflected. On the wing, Jackson. A beautiful reverse layup. Jackson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Cleveland leading by 13. Passes it to Exum. And here is Henson. Knocks it loose. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Osman. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Griffin finds Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. Jackson's got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. Cavaliers shooting around 41% on the night. pass to Zizic. Feeds it to Henson. And he converts the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Rose, following the score by John Henson. 7-foot shot. Wood passes to Griffin. The Cavaliers pull it in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Osman kicks to Garland. Pass to Zizic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Exum. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Snell. He's got 8. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And here is Garland. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And no doubt coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Zizic. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. And a different look here for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Griffin. Dumboya comes in for Tony Snell. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. Here's Galloway, following the score by John Henson. Here's Galloway, defended by Sexton. Morris, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Now, here's Sexton. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Love the pass to Sexton. Love, no good. Pistons trail by 11. Dumboya with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. In the corner, it's Galloway. Over Sexton. That misses off the backboard. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Now Exum. 11 points in the game. Down low. Sent away. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Kennard. The shot comes out, and Cleveland the other way now. And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That is his 1st foul of the game. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Exum. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Dumboya pulls it in. Pistons trail by 11. Here's Galloway. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Galloway has got his 2nd basket of the night. 1:58 left in the 3rd. Well, the Cavaliers shooting 35% or so in the 3rd quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Here's Love. And another miss by Cleveland. And for the Pistons, their shooting in the 3rd quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Galloway, the pass to Morris. The fadeaway, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Yeah, great look there. Credit Galloway with the vision to spot the open man.
And here's Sexton. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's now 7 points for Henson.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide open shooter.
Here's Galloway, defended by Sexton. Back to Galloway. Stolen by Exum. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. And now an 11-point Cleveland lead.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Doumbouya. Here's Wood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Love trying to break loose. Morris, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And John Henson with the slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Morris outside. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Dellavedova, banked in off the glass. Dellavedova's got his second basket.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And so it's Cleveland, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Hands out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Sexton. Then it's John Henson. And it's Exum in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Drummond. Morris trying to free himself up. The pass to Doumbouya. Back to Drummond. Another shot. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
A wide open look for Love. But they'll get another chance. Nance outside. Now here's Sexton. Covered by Morris. The shot by Sexton, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, He's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for John Henson. And so Jackson nails both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Sexton up top, guarded by Jackson. Morris with the block. Here's Kennard. And the rejection by Love.
Well, Kevin Love, such a smart defender. Send it back.
Nance, right side. Love dishes to Sexton. Back to Love. Over Jackson. Shot's good from Love. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
Well, let's check the boxes, Kevin Harlan. Can he make the 3? Yes. Can he score on the interior? Yes. Kevin Love. Give me a little mid-range, sir.
Now, here's Doumbouya. Right wing. Morris against Love. Here's Drummond. And Thompson sends it back. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Love.
He's showing off a polished skill set, is Markieff Morris. Didn't get him the bucket, but earned a trip to the stripe.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Dante Exum. And then for Detroit, Tony Snell's checked in for Doumbouya. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Luke Kennard. And Morris drops them both. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Now, here's Sexton. And the 3 ball is good.
This is a shot Colin Sexton has worked so hard to improve on. Can he be consistent from 3-point range?
Rose looking around. Morris inside. He's guarded by Love. Morris, no good. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Griffin's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Now, here's Garland. Passes to Osman. Pass to Sexton. Uncovered. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. Osman kicks to Sexton. The wide open look here for Garland. Off target with his 3.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
It's good. 10 points for Reggie Jackson.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Garland with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Garland with it, and here's Love for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Griffin passes to Snell. Drummond with it. To the middle. Here's Griffin. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Love. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pistons trail by 14. Here's Snell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Love.
Yeah, easy call.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Garland, the pass to Thompson. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Osman. At the top of the key, Thompson. With the floater. The pass to Osman. Goes up again. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Detroit.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
First free throw is good.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart, can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
It's Jackson with the drive. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Here's Osman. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Clock at 6. Love throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Guys, just pure strength from Kevin Love. The defense just not good enough.
That free throw good from Kevin Love.
What I love about Colin Sexton, guys, is he's super aggressive. He knows speed and athleticism are his advantage, and he makes great use of both of those things.
Now here's Jackson. Drummond finds Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. Osman, the pass to Sexton. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And the 8th pick back in 2018, Sexton with all the physical tools, Doris, you look for at the point guard position.
Yes, Kevin, but like most young players, there is still a lot to learn for Colin. Some of his vets were not shy about saying that early on. This young man has got time. He's got to put his head down and go to work.
Now here's Rose. On the wing, Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Is on Colin Sexton.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Dante Exum is checked in for Colin Sexton. Good on the second free throw. Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Passes it to Osman. Shot clock at 6. From deep 3-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 17. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Back to Rose. Just 5 to shoot. By himself. A slam dunk by Garland.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now, here's Garland, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Garland kicks to Love. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in. Love's got 7 points for the quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Rose passes to Griffin. Good D from Love.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
There's the triple. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Rose kicks to Jackson to halt the run, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a 4-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number 2, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a 3-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about 4-peat.
Now Rose. Outside Jackson. Here's Snell. Left side, Griffin. Looking to get back. Oh, wow.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Cleveland leading by 21. Thompson outside. Now, here's Exum. He's guarded closely. He gets it in there.
Well, Dante Exum figuring it out in the pick and roll. He knows how to shoot off a screen.
Pistons shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Outside Rose. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that 3-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
The first free throw is good.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And Cleveland making a change here. Nance is checked in. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
That one misses. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids? Wow, hammering it in!
Look, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
The Cavaliers leading by 22. Pass to Osman. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Good D by Drummond. The Pistons shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Jackson, that's good.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's Garland. And here's Exum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you have to admire the passion Dante Exum plays with. This guy will take a hit and keep shooting.
First free throw is good.
You know, the Australian Dante Exum, to me, Kev, has an enviable skill set. He's 6'6", and he has the potential to be special at the point guard.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Zizic has checked in for Tristan Thompson. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Larry Nance. Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Sexton in for Garland. Here's Maker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Larry Nance.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Here's Sexton. He can't get that one. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here's Exum. Pass to Sexton. It's stolen by Frazier.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Jackson hits both of them. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Sexton with it. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.